యూనివర్సిటీలో ఒక మొబైల్ నెట్వర్క్ ఉంటే బాగుంది.
January 12 registration. Certificate registration 26.
వేరే దగ్గర నెట్ వస్తలేదు ఎందుకు?
Good afternoon, everyone. We'll begin the class. So here today we are going to see class regarding this distribution costs, the costs related to distribution. So first we are going to see the introduction with the distribution, how to set the objectives. These objectives are normally spelled out by the number of outlets to be covered. So how many outlets we need in order to cater our products. So first we have to see the number of outlets required. And understandably, distribution objectives are directly related to end consumer requirements. So distribution is the backward forward linkage we have in supply chain management, backward linkage and a forward linkage. So backward linkage mostly thinking of suppliers, we have in supply chain management, backward linkage and a forward linkage. So backward linkage mostly thinking of suppliers, getting the raw materials, and using this production department, we are going to make the finished goods. Once the finished goods are made, we are going to make packaging, then we are going to store in a warehousing. That ends this backward linkage. The forward linkage starts from this warehouse where the finished goods, packed goods should be distributed to the wholesalers, retailers, dealers, or commission agents, or if you are having a factory outlet, we'll be giving directly to the consumers. So directly related to the end consumer requirements is the distribution objectives. So how many, what kind of outlets do I need? That a manager, distribution manager, has to keep in his mind. And am catering to a given target audience, their buyer behavior. Do my distribution objectives match the overall marketing objectives that I have to check? So these are the key tasks that we have to keep in mind when you are going for a distribution. So Anderson is a group, consulting group. They have come out with a 3-tier level. The first distribution objectives, if you are going to fix, the next will come channel designing, network design. Channel designing is nothing but yesterday we have seen 0 level, level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 0, we don't have any middlemen. Directly, manufacturer will give the products to the consumers. Level 0. Level 1, we have a middleman, that is the wholesaler or retailer. So level 2, wholesaler, retailer will be. Level 3, wholesaler, dealer, retailer will be there. So that is the channel design. Network design means how you are going to connect our transporting things. If you want to reach Delhi, how you will be going to towards Hyderabad to Nagpur, Nagpur to Jhansi to Delhi, or from Nagpur to not Nagpur, Visakhapatnam to Orissa to West Bengal, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and reaching that. You will have so many ways. So network design that we have to. That is a strategy top level people will be seeing. In the next, that is the structure, intermediate management, warehouse and transport, material management, that you are going to see in the 2-tier level, and a process, policies, procedures, facilities, equipment, channel management, and information technology. This we are going to see. See, this Anderson Consulting Group gives a main idea how strategically structure and process will be maintained in a distribution management. So this you have to think at what level, what decisions are taken, and what type of decisions are taken, who are going to take the decisions, that you can see over here. Achieving objectives at the low cost. Here today's topic is costing analysis of distribution. So as a distribution, when you have come out with a product, compulsory whatever cost you are going to use, it adds up to the price. So if the price is bigger, then demand comes lower. For that reason, we are going to concentrate more to lower the costs. So here how they are going to do distribution process, and next is setting and achieving distribution objectives, control distribution costs. In the distribution process, inventory management, supply chain, demand forecasting based on trend monitoring of trades. This is the process, inventory management. Alternatives, we are going to see how we are going to manage your stock. Consistently lower inventories with changing demand. So we are going to maintain low stock, not no stock, low stock, and we are going to meet the demand. Next, demand forecasting and based on trend, setting objectives in the line and demand potential, lowering the inventories, lower the trade spends, means this downloading uploading charges we have to reduce. Monitoring of trade spends, right mix of direct coverage and reach, controlling the trade and spends distribution expenses. So there are so much of expenses involved in distribution, so we have to control. Example, I'm going to give an classical example. If you are going to see in a manufacturer organization, travel management we have to do, transport management we have to do, warehouse management we have to do. While transporting the goods from manufacturing to the wholesaler, we need to speak to the travel agent. This travel agent is going to give an quotation. So you have to collect 3 or 4 quotations and you have to select the least one, so that the expenses will be coming down. So this is how we are going to control the expenses. Next, optimal channel design. So the design also should be very simple and cost effective design that we have to start. You would have seen in operation research. In operation research, we will be thinking of optimal solution, maximization and minimization of cost, maximization of profits. So here optimal channel design, which design is perfectly matched, wherein we are going to cut down our costs. What activities functions needed to be performed, redistribution, stocking, collections, we have to think which channel intermediaries can perform these functions. Intermediaries means the people who are in the middle. CF and agents, carry and forward agents, distributors, wholesalers, or combination of dealer and wholesaler, dealer and retailer also we can see in the market. So which channelization, level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3, which you want to have, that you need to finalize. What are the service level requirements that channel intermediaries require from an organization? Like credits, you have to give 3 months credit or 2 months credit or cash and carry basis. This is very difficult, we cannot do that because they need to sell. So inventory levels, you know about the inventory levels. We have maximum level, reorder level, safety stock, minimum stock, zero stock. These are the levels. Infrastructure facilities, lead times, receipts of goods. We need to have an entries, voucher should be there. We need to have registrar, stock register, double bin system. These all things we have to maintain. Otherwise, the most management we are going to lose. What are the service levels that an organization will require? Number of outlets, frequency of coverage that we need to see. Even example, if you are going to see in a bank, you will be having 3 or 4 counters. If you are going to see post office, 3 or 4 counters with single window counter. We have multi-purpose counter also, and you can see the railway station, bus station, wherein we have the inquiry counters, reservation counters, ticket counters. So why this system they are going to keep means this is to distribute the services. So developing the physical network strategy, how many facilities, how many manufacturing units, depots, CFA, carry forward agents are needed. So how many bus stations we need, how many bus depots we have, and how much people we need, how much staff we need, how much drivers we need, how much mechanic we need, what is the fuel needed. These all things that we need to know. That is in the case of bus, that is APS, RTC, or TS, RTC. You can see that few bus stands have depots, few they don't have. So this is how many we can keep so that we can run efficiently. Which customer regions, which product lines should be served from each facility, how much inventory should be maintained in each facility. Contemporary terminology, supply chain management. As I said, I have started this topic using backward linkages and forward linkages. That comes in the supply chain management. It involves ongoing strategy, product, process in the line with the distribution objectives. Logistic needs. Logistics is related to all the activities related to the distribution of goods. What will be required to move goods, land for smooth conduct of operations, water, energy, storage spaces, stocking systems, transport equipments, trucks, trolleys, communications, telephones, telexes, computers, etc. Manpower, managerial, supervision, workmen, pollution control, temperature controls, humidity controls. A company needs to review these logistics and spend considerable time planning and coordinating of this activity. Why? Because we have to protect our goods. We have to move our goods successfully to the end of customer. For that, we need to concentrate on these all: land, water, energy, storage, transport, communication, power, pollution, so temperature levels. So that we need to see. Definitions of physical distribution. The physical distribution management is employed in manufacturing and comments to describe the broad range of activities concerned with efficient movement of finished products from the end of production line to the consumer. In some cases includes the movement of raw materials from the sources of supply to the beginning of the production line. So as I said, distribution is not only distributing the final produce or final products or finished goods to the dealers, wholesalers, and we have another distribution that is starting from raw materials. Also, it is going to begin. That is raw materials from the sources of supply coming into the organization and processing. Then we are going to send to the outside. This is what happens. See the activities of physical distribution. Distribution within the organization also we have movement of materials. So activities: freight, warehousing, that is storing, material handling, protective packing, inventory control, selection of site, marketing, forecasting. This all comes in the physical distribution management. Task of distribution. Task of distribution is concerned with the exchange process and gears itself to the matching the demand and depend supply on supply with a given periphery. So here the challenge is demand side customization and supply side commoditization. So the challenge, customization means the demand should suit the requirements of the customers. Supply side commoditization, availability of materials we have to meet. So when demand is equal to supply, then there is no issue. We have 10 people, 10 seats, okay. We have 10 jobs, 10 people are there, okay. But we have only 100 jobs, thousands of people are there, then it is demand is not equal to supply. Achieve this it in an optimal cost. So the world is trying to meet demand is equal to supply. For that whole life we are using that. All the businesses want to meet the demand of the customers. All the customers want to have what they need, and the supply, that availability is getting, resources is depleting. Now we are facing the lack of water, lack of temperature, lack of seasons, lack of rainfall, lack of ecosystem, lack of oxygen. So increase in populations making these all depletion of resources. So there should be a matching between demand and supply. For that, we are going to find it. So the companies are coming forward. They want to meet the demands of the customers, and they have to have that availability of the stock. Selling and distribution costs. Selling and distribution costs broadly represent marketing costs. Selling costs seek to create, stimulate demand. Distribution costs are towards reaching the customer. So there are two types of costs. One is selling cost to create the demand, distribution costs towards reaching the customer. So transportation of products to the wholesaler, that is the distribution cost. Advertisement cost is to create and stimulate demand, that comes in the selling cost. Selling costs are the secure orders, retaining customers. So with that investment, we can retain the customers. Distribution cost for transportation, insurance of transit insurance of that particular material, operating experience, the people will be working, downloading charges, uploading charges, and fuel charges, measuring charges, supervisor charges, and administrative costs will be there involved in this. Why to analyze distribution costs? To determine costs of sales of different products, review profitability by the products or by the brands. So in turn, fix up optimum sales level to control the cost to effort. 80-20 rule they have. Fish where the fish is. So what they will say is, where the demand is there, where we are going to get profit, there we have to concentrate. Fishing is catching hold of fish. Where you are going to fish? Where the fish is. If there are no fishes, simply sitting, you are not going to get anything. Day long, if you are going to sit with a net also, nothing will happen. So that is the rule to control the cost. Effective 80-20 rule says that fish where the fish is. Help in guiding the marketing policy strategy both for long term and short term. So short term, we can see short term cost we have, long term cost also we have. Allocation of distribution costs. Distribution costs are substantial. Distribution costs are common, difficult to apportion. Should it be apportioned on the basis of share? Should it be equal split, sharing with the FMCG products? What should be the basis of negotiation? Win-win to be worked out. Example, I am going to tell about this win-win situation. You know the hare and tortoise story. There was a challenge, there was a competition, a race was going on between the rabbit and a tortoise, and rabbit runs faster and it finds a tree shade and it is going to sleep. Then tortoise slowly coming and passing away this rabbit and it is going to win. So there was a comment on this, that on land tortoise is very slow. How can we have a competition between a rabbit and a tortoise? Tortoise is faster in the water and rabbit is faster on the land. So how can we keep in competition for that? So the win-win situation in this year is, in the competition they have added a water in between the road. Some for half-kilometer road will be there, half-kilometer of water, then half-kilometer of the road will be there. That race they have started. So in that race, who is going to win? The rabbit ran and standed at the where the water. Slowly tortoise came and it went through the water. Again it went and it has won. So everyone was commenting, oh, what is this? It is very difficult. Every time this tortoise is winning. If you want to have a situation where win to win, then tortoise will carry the rabbit when water is there. And when water is not there, rabbit will carry the tortoise, so that both are going to win. So this type of winning is called as win-win situation. Means the customer has to get benefits, and so as the retailer has to get benefits, so as the manufacturer also should get fit. That is called as a win-win situation. So we have to see that all are going to win in this race. That is the marketing, that is the business race, the customer who has bought the products, the manufacturer who has created the products, the people who have been trading the things, they also should get fit. That is win-win situation that we need to have. Analysis of distribution costs still are there. The basis of analysis of distribution cost is desires of management. What is priority? What is overall strategy? If profit is to be maximized, direct sales effort to most profitable products. So we have to see that profit should be maximized. Profit maximized should be done. Minimization of cost we have to do. So direct sales will make more profitable to us because no one is there in the middleman. We don't need to give anything. So for that reason, Reliance is selling Jio. It has own quarter. Reliance Petroleum has their own quarters. They are selling. Reliance Trends they are selling the apparels. Reliance Fresh they have sell. They are doing the sale. So that direct sales effort most profitable. For that reason, long the companies coming down for the retailing purpose. Product or various ways of analysis, product or product lines, individual customers or group of customers, channels of distribution, salesmen, and the geographical territories. Freight rate fixation. There are two types of transports, standing cost and operating cost. Standing cost is cost of vehicle, capital cost of garage, repair, shops, these all will be the standing cost. Operating cost is repairs and maintenance, depreciation, taxes, insurance, license with administrative costs will be the operating costs. What are the influence of freight rates? Nature of commodity, demand and supply, competitive conditions in the transport industry, state regulations. These are the influences of rates. Means these particular rates, that is transport rates, will be changing because of policies, state regulations, because of competition, because of demand, nature of commodity will differ freight rates. Organization has to make choice option of negotiated yearly contract rate, means they have to make a agreement. Contract rate will be common for yearly, operate on market prices and transaction to transaction basis, like personal travel, return trips have to be determined, and certain location require two-way transportation costs, means only dumping, only dropping, these things. So inventory cost, we have three types of costs. Ordering costs, that is cost of stationery, postage, telegrams, placing an order. Cost of materials, that is purchase plus transport plus insurance plus taxes. Carrying cost, space cost, storage cost, insurance, theft, pilferages means wastage and loss. Pilferages means theft. Pilferages means they are going to leakage. Some leakage will be there, that will be lost. That is not a wastage, but leak out. One of the key responsibilities of sales managers is to control the inventory cost. Turnover 100 crores, monthly turnover is 8 crores, cost of 7-day stocks is 2 crores, interest at 12%, 24 lakhs, opportunity cost 25% is 50 lakhs. So here they have shown some costs. Control system of efficiency. Logistic efficiencies are critical and huge cost can be saved. Therefore, the efficiency at the entry level or every level to be improved. There are interdependent and interrelated things are there. Operating efficiency, that is fuel consumption, we have to see. If you have a bike, you see that fuel consumption always taking. How much speed we have to maintain in order to maintain the, that is operation efficiency. Financial efficiency, operating profit to the gross earning. How much you are earning, how much profit you are getting, with which product having more sales and which product having less sales, that we have to concentrate. Service level efficiency, number of direct service, total service. Marketing efficiency, market share and rate of growth. Personal efficiency, people performance, organizational efficiency, adherence to the schedule. So these are the efficiency things how we have to maintain. People performance, if you are doing, it is personal. Personnel means the people efficiency. Marketing efficiency, market share should be the rate on the growth we have to see. See, output of the logistic system. Inputs we have process and output. What are the inputs? Physical resources, land, facilities, human resource, financial resource, information resources of inputs. Process, management, actions, planning, execution, control, inventory, order processing, transportation, package. These are the process. Management actions is a process. Planning, execution, controlling is a process. Inventorying is a process. Order processing is a process. Transportation, packaging is a process. Consumer satisfaction, competitive advantage are the output. What we need end of the day? Consumer should be satisfied. We should be number one in the market. That is competitive advantage. Productivity aspect, right delivery ratio, number of deliveries on time by total number of deliveries per year, so that you are going to get right delivery ratio. Route potential ratio, tons carried per route, tons capacity per route. Accidents ratio, number of accidents by number of trips. Service ratio, number of consignments booked, number of consignment planned in the year. So try to concentrate on this slide. Productivity, how we are going to calculate the ratios. I think in finance you know about the ratio analysis, but you are from marketing, so you would have studied in financial management in somewhere in your semesters earlier. Ratio analysis means this is what the ratio will be there, but in our distribution we are going to see the productivity ratios aspects. Those are the delivery ratios. Vehicle utilization ratio, vehicle kilometers, this you can use for personal also. Vehicle kilometers actually run in a day, vehicles kilometers planned per day. I planned for 60 kilometers, but how much I am running? Only 40. So then you will get vehicle utilization ratio. Breakage ratio, number of consignment damaged, total number of consignment. 10 consignments, 10 deliveries I have done, in that 1 or 2 were damaged. So the efficiency is 80%. Operating expense ratio, total operating expense by total earnings. Net profit ratio, net profit and total earnings. Promptness ratio, this number of prompt deliveries on time, what are the deliveries, and total number of, we have 100 deliveries, but on time we could do only 2, that is 2%. That's all. That is the productivity. Summary, distribution costs need to be examined in each area of distribution. So distribution costs, and wherever you are going to get costs, where the costs are there, why we have to concentrate. Why we have to concentrate means, in order to get profit we need to concentrate. If the costs are going to increase, then the profits you are going to get less. So what we have to do, only one rule, that is profit maximization, minimization of cost. What are the things, hook or crook, you do any strategy, any technique, you come out with a best practices, how to reduce the cost, how to increase the profits. These two things will be most effective for any organization, for any activity. But in this distribution, the cost we have to watch. In transportation sector, I was saying, you have to take 3 invoices from 3 travel agents, which is the least one, then we have to give order to that person. Warehousing, storage capacity, that is godowns, how much costs we are going to have, how much we have to invest, and what we have to do, how much we are going to have. These things compulsory, we need to have a check on that. Inventory material handling, when you are going to handle the inventory, then we have the levels: maximum, reorder level, safety stock, minimum stock, zero stock, buffer stock. So these things we have to see, that we have to make the people employ in that, to have and watch on that. For that we have some cost in maintaining those things. information technology. Without information technology, we are not going to have a reports and have a standardization of things, have a quick work, that is speedy work, we cannot do without information technology. If you want to have an information technology with you, we need to have high-end system, digitalized system, and the internet based systems, electronic devices we need. So we need to have, what we have to do, compulsory we need to check in, otherwise we are not going to get it. So distribution is a source of cost, admittedly a necessary cost, but a cost nevertheless. So distribution is a source of cost, admittedly a necessary cost, but a nevertheless. So what it means, that source of cost is much necessary, but it is a cost. Cost means it is an expenditure. Compulsory, if you don't expend any amount, you are not going to get anything. So if you want to do any work, we have to pay the amount. If you want to buy anything, we have to pay the amount. So cost is the cost, necessary cost, but it is nevertheless, it is a cost. So this is about today's distribution costs. We have, what are the things? Some more we have, like selection of channels we have, selecting of suitable channel partners we have, motivation, controlling, distribution of services, logistics, and supply chain management. So if you are going to divide this, more two classes we need in order to complete our syllabus, that is the unit 5. So I hope the coming 2 days, try to attend these classes, and we'll call it as a day today.